Children, welcome to our YouTube channel, Math with Jeeva. In this YouTube channel, you can find various types of math concepts where when you select a particular topic, you can learn it from the very basic level up to the O-level standards. Actually, it's a series of videos on a particular topic. So my first series was on area and perimeter, and this is the second video series. It's about algebra. And to cover this topic, we need to have many videos, so it will be a little bit longer. Right, let's get started. Algebra, right. Before talking about this topic, tell me children, here, how many marker pens I have? 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, now I'm going to do a game with you. Close your eyes for a moment, right? So now when I say things, you have to imagine and you want to tell me what you thought about, right? Close your eyes. I have 2 apples and also I have 2 pens. Yesterday it was my birthday. My mother gave me 2 dresses. One was in pink color and other one was in blue color. Right. Now open your eyes. How did you feel? Could you imagine the things I said? I had 2 apples, 2 marker pens. On the other hand, it was my birthday. My mother gave me 2 dresses. One was in pink color and other one was in blue color. So could you imagine them? Yes. Why? Because you have seen them. You have not seen my dress which I got from my mother, but blue color dress, pink color dress, marker pen, an apple, you have seen them. Right. Again, another game. Again, close your eyes, children. Okay. Yesterday, it was my birthday. My mother gave me a dress, a very beautiful dress in pink color, and my father gave me, let's say, a toy, right? A toy. Then, and also he gave me 2 new pens. I was very happy because it was a marvelous party, grand party. There were X number of friends. I love them much because they came on time as I invited. Right. Now open your eyes. Now what happened? I told you a story. Could you imagine everything I talked about? I was talking about a dress which I got from my mother and a toy got from my father and 2 what? A toy and 2, let's say, 2 books. Then meantime I was talking about my friends, but not like in the earlier story. Now I said X number of friends. Now if I say 5 number of friends, 10 number of friends and 20 friends, then you can imagine whether it was crowded or not, whether it was a grand party or not. But now I said X number of friends. So can you imagine it? No, you can imagine how it is X. But can you imagine how many friends were there? No, you can't imagine. Why, children? Because you don't know the representative value of that X. You know how to write X, but you don't know the value of X. The same way, if I say, for my lunch, I have, let's say, B number of oranges. Can you imagine? No. So, if you want to explain, if you want to talk about something, you don't know the value of it, so you can use a letter, right? So, that is how algebra came to the picture, right? Okay. So, now let's express and let's write this on board and we'll practice how to find that particular X or whatever the unknown thing. Let's say I have X number of apples. I have X number of apples, right? And I'm not greedy, always I want to share. Then I'll give you 2 apples. I'll give you 2 apples, right? You don't know how many apples I had. I told you I had X apples. Now I'm going to give you 2 apples. After giving you, then I'll count and there are 4 apples for me. Right. I had X number of apples. Then I am going to give you 2 apples. And after that, now I have only 4 apples. Now I am going to ask you, can you find how many apples I had? So I gave you 2, right? Then after counting, it was 4. How many apples I had earlier? How can you find? I had X, right? Then I gave you 2 apples. So after giving 2 apples, how many apples I have now? It is 4, right? Now I want to find how many apples I had earlier. That means in a way, I want to find this unknown value. Okay. So to find that, I want to keep him along this side to find, because I want to find the value of X. For that, I want to remove this 2. This is 4. It's a number. 2, again a number. I want to send this 2 to the other side where he can find his own relation, the same thing. So when he is going to this side, he cannot go along because there is something with him. What is that? The sign he is having, it is minus. When he is going to the other side to join with his family member, what happened to him? He changes his sign. So let's do that, how he is going to join with his family member and how he is changing his sign. So now X is here, right? So X is here. Then I'll ask this 2 to go to the other side. He doesn't go along. He is going with his sign. But when he is going to the other side to join with his family member, what happened? He changes his sign. That means, so the opposite side, minus 2, then this becomes plus 2. Then X equals 4 plus 2, 6. This is the value of X. Now, I want to check whether I have found this correctly or not. How can I find, children? Now, if the value of X is 6, that means what? Earlier, I had 6 number of apples. Then, out of 6 apples, I have given you 2 apples. Now, 6 apples, I have 6 apples, right? And I gave you 2 apples. How many apples now I have? 4 apples I have, right? So, that means I have found the value of X correctly, right? Another example. Let's say my sister had a number of toys, right? My friends who came to my birthday party, 2 of them gave 2 toys, right? Next day, he counted how many toys now she's having. After counting, she told me, now she has 14 toys, right? She had a number of toys and my friends gave her 2 toys. That means, so another 2 toys added to her basket. After that, now she has 14 toys. So how can I express this as an equation? Earlier I had this and 2 added Now I have 14. Again, now I ask you to find the number of toys my sister has earlier before my birthday party. How can I find, children? The same way. I want to find the value of A. Then I want to ask these two to go to the other side because I see there is a relation of these two because both of them are numbers. Then I'll ask him to go to the other side. He doesn't go alone. He's going with his sign. When he's going to the other side, what happened? He changes his sign. So let's check how it happens, right? So A is here. Then this plus 2 go to the other side. Now what happened? It becomes minus 2. Then A equals 12. So 12 number of toys my sister has earlier. So let's check whether my answer is correct or not. How? My sister had 12 number of toys and my friends gave her 2 other toys. Altogether, now she has 14 toys. That means my answer is correct. A is equal to 12. That means my sister has 12 number of toys. Right. Hope all of you understood about, this is the basic introduction about algebra. Right. So this is how you can have equations in your exams. This is very simple example. So let's move to further examples to understand the concepts. Right. I think of a number. Right? I think of a number. So it is, let's say, x, and I multiply it by 4. I think of a number and multiply it by 4. Answer will be 20. Answer will be 20. X times 4. That is 4x equals 20. Now I ask you to find, tell me what was the number I thought? Can you find what was the number or else the value of x? Can you find this? How? Again, I want to find the value of x, right? And how can I find it, children? Can you remember? Now I want to remove, I want to send this 4 to the other side, right? How can, so first of all, I want to find in which position he is in my side before asking him to go to the other side. Look at this. It is what? 4 times x equals 20. Then when he is going to the other side, I told you he changes his sign. How? X is here and 4 will go to the other side, but he changes his sign. Here it is, he is with a multiplication. When he goes to the other side, so it will become a division. X equals 5. Right? Now let's check whether this answer is correct or not. The number I thought was 5. It is x equal to 5. That means the number I thought was 5. And I multiply it by 4. And what will be the answer? 20. 5 times 4, it is 20. Right? Okay. Then another example. Let's say I have a number of apples, right? And my mother asked me to share it with my sister too, right? She gave me a number of apples. So she has bought a number of apples from the supermarket and I am the eldest. She gave me a number of apples and she asked me to divide between us, right? So we have to, now I want to keep apples and I want to share it with my sister too. So that means the number of apples my mother gave me, I want to divide it by 2, then I can have only 4 apples. So I can have only 4 apples after dividing it by 2. Why I had to divide it by 2? Because I want to share it with my sister. Let's say there is a friend of mine, then I want to share it with her also. Then I have to divide it by 3. So at the moment there is nobody at my home, only myself and my sister. Then I can divide it by 2. And I'll ask you to find the number of apples my mother gave me before dividing how many apples I had. So that means in a way I am telling you to find the value of A, right? That means I want to keep A here, and I don't like him because he is not my type and he is having his own relation. So I want to ask him to go to the other side. When he is going to the other side, what happens, children? He changes his sign. In this side, he is here as a division. Then when he is going to the other side, what happened? It will become a multiplication. Then what will be the answer? It is 8. Right? Now tell me, my mother gave me 8 number of apples. I want to divide it by 2 because I want to share it with my sister. After dividing these 8 apples into 2, now I have only 4 apples. That means my answer is correct. And another thing, any student who is watching this video who has learned algebra earlier, now you may think the way she did little bit different what I learned earlier. Yes. So for solving the equation there are other methods too. But I selected this method for your easy reference because I want to explain this in simple terms, right? So when we practice more questions and more examples in this series, you also find I am also going to use different methods. So far, this is easier for you to solve these types of simple equations, right? So what I am going to give you next, now the 2 examples I am going to discuss with you. Look at this. Now, so far what happened? I told you I had X number of apples and I gave you 2. Now I have 6. Likewise, I told you. Let's say we are going to start the story other way around. I have 6 apples. How I can have these 6 apples? Earlier actually I had X apple. I had to give 3 apples to my sister. Now I have 6 apples. So that means I started from the number of apples I have now. Earlier I started the number of apples I had before giving it to my sister. Then I gave 3. Then I have 6. But now I started the story other way around. I have 6 apples. How I have 6 apples? Earlier I had actually X number of apples, out of which I gave 3 apples. Now I have 6 apples. Still, what I want to do, I want to find the number of apples I had earlier. Now it's little bit different. Earlier I had X here. Then what can I do? Without changing, without asking any number or any letter to go to the other side alone, now I am going to change their sides with the whole set. Right? Now look at what I am doing. X minus 3, I write like this and I write this 6 here. So is there any change I did to this equation? No. It's like this. 3 plus 2 equals 5 and 5 equals 3 plus 2. Understand? So the same thing I did what? I just changed the side of them. Right? Likewise, look at this. They have given me to solve an equation. 6 equals x minus 3. I want to find the value of x and it's very familiar for me to have x in this side. So that's what I did. That's why I brought this whole thing to this side. Now again the same way. How? I want to ask him this 3 to go to the other side. He doesn't go alone. He wants to go with his sign. And when he goes to the other side, he changes his sign. Now look at this. X is here alone and 6. And this minus 3 when he comes to this side plus 3. Now x is equal to 9. Children, I want to tell you another thing. Now, can you see something? So, if you watch my videos, the previous series, and now onwards, when you are watching, you can observe something when I am writing things on my board. What's that? So, look at this equation marks. Right. Why I want to mention this? Because as school kids, you want to practice that neatness too, because you are getting ready for your exams, right? So then your neatness matters a lot. Why? The paper marker, right? So we'll feel happy. I'm marking a very neat paper. So what you can do, and also you also feel happy when you see your book like this. So it's additional thing apart from the algebra, right? So this is how you can solve this type of equation. This is not the end. We have a lot to talk, but for today I am going to winding up this lesson. We will meet again as a continuation of algebra, day by day, video by video. We will learn a lot of concepts. Again I am telling, this will be a little bit longer series. So till then, keep in touch with us. This is Math with Jiva. So you can subscribe our channel and click the bell button to get the quick notification of my new videos. Okay, till then, see you children.